Who's going on first? Am I going on? You're going to jump over the back? Welcome to Story Corner, everybody. This is the 9th Substack. We'll just have to work around Milo, as we have done in the past. This is quite a long one, but it's a goodie. I wonder if I can move that in a bit so I can sit. Oh, that might be better. Can you still see me? Like all of me? I haven't chopped my head off. Oh well, just gonna go for it. The dangerous line between vision and delusion. Manifesting intention or just plain dreaming. I was told so many years ago to reach for the stars. I'm beginning to think that maybe this is just a little too far. I have a literal brain that struggles with boundaries. The world is your oyster, and dream big. I've taken every one of these modern day proverbs as gospel. However, I have recently found that a literal brain is unable to decipher the metaphorical message. The inspirational guiding phrase collides with the actual meaning. I have not shied away from reaching for the stars, but when I don't quite make it, disappointment lands like a punch in the face. I know my life has been full, but it has never quite arrived where I anticipated it would. It always feels as though it's never quite far enough. This time, it's still not enough, but somehow there's a difference. My vision is waiting. It is an uncomfortable thorn in my side. Actually, it feels like a splinter in my mind. How this all started, this time last year, Kevin mentioned he was coming over to Oz. Wow, what a chance to perform. I was wallowing in self-pity and confusion at the time. One of the most personality-altering places I have been dragged through was happening to me back then. I trusted a certain person and they dropped me like a heavy anchor. One of the links in the chain snapped and I was free falling into the depths of the ocean. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't understand why. How could this one person do what they did? And more mysteriously, why was I reacting in such an unusual way? I was drowning in my own emotions. To stabilise myself, I threw my being headlong into a project. Kevin landed at the exact moment in time with the exact project I needed. What an opportunity. I grabbed it with everything I had and ran. I ran as hard as I could, but it wasn't enough. I ran harder and faster. It still wasn't enough. I started to spend too much money. It wasn't enough. I employed someone. It wasn't enough. I worked the hardest I have ever worked. Energy was channeled into manifestations. Intentions were set. People were contacted. Team conference was established. And as you know, the ark was built. But it wasn't enough. What happens to a visionary when their effort and faith aren't enough? For me, where does this dreamer go? What form do I shapeshift into? Do I just keep trudging one step in front of the other for the rest of my time here? Sitting in my office on this beautiful Sunday morning, the Sabbath, listening to the chortles of our wonderful Australian magpies telling their stories. It is the first day of March. Was it a vision, a dream, or a complete delusion? Why does life give such brutal blows? This could be worse, of course it could, but I'm not talking about that story. This is my story right here, right now. Am I a dreamer or do I have a dream? Those dates were clearly marked in my diary. everything was set to be amplified into the cosmos. For this entire month of March, it will be a reminder that in a parallel universe, I am completing my dream. My vision is being played out. I won't erase the words from my reality. They will sit there as proud as I am of scaling up my vision, the dream that didn't materialize. Do I live in reality or a Tamsin bubble? Is my vivid imagination able to manifest those dreams into reality? I thought I was fluent in both, dreaming and reality. The wedge-tailed eagle is my totem and logo. Those apex predators who soar between life and the other side, it is where my dreaming all began, 2016, when they left my skies. Their influence is strong and persuasive, but sometimes misinterpreted. Move on, close that chapter, pretend it never happened. Lose myself in reality, that awful, dull, monotonous place people call life. Is that what they are whispering on the wind? The magpies that surround me in Mother Nature every day, are they saying, leave this dream? Where is that happy place with just enough uncertainty, but with security? Combining that Tamsin bubble with reality, to dream unreservedly, but not cross that line into delusion. Ego to be present but in check, purpose to be exposed and encouraged, drama and chaos to be reduced but still present for those adrenaline hits that I love so much. To feed my addiction in a healthy and functional way rather than a head-on collision into a frantic world of knocking and getting knocked back. Time to settle. Reset into a brand new life. Wipe the slate clean, although leave my diary as it is written. 4th to the 7th of March, Gold Coast, Conference and Retreat. Then fly to Dubbo. 10th to the 13th of March, Mudgee, Conference and Retreat. Fly to Melbourne. 17th to the 20th of March, Creswick, Conference and Retreat. Then drive to Mornington Peninsula. 24th to the 27th of March, Cape Schanck, Conference and Retreat. Fly back to the Goldie. The turmoil inside my head is the Wizard of Oz story. The ark has been whipped up and is whirring around in the tornado of real life and delusion. My literal brain couldn't understand the punchline. Or was I the punchline? From my perspective, as I stand right now, this isn't a self-indulgent cry for help. It isn't anger that I wasted so much time and effort, nor is it a desire to continue the dream and push harder. If I'm able to describe it, this is how it feels. Let down by the cosmos, questioning my faith once again. The urge to step away is stronger than it has ever been. I hope only temporarily. In general, people are self-indulgent in their own desires and success. Wherever people are at, that is their circumference of knowing. There isn't enough space in their own lives to contemplate a bigger picture. There is no greater good in their worlds, just survival. So my real question isn't whether I am delusional. It's not about who I am, but where this vision sits in reality and when. So there's an author's note to this, and it says, "This piece is a few days late. It has been difficult to write as the tornado in my head is real. Writing succinctly this time was difficult, and I needed to revisit the piece many times since Sunday. Reality has also interrupted the flow." Thank goodness for reality. Oh dear, it got me, finally. Oh, hard hitting, hey? It's hard to relive those feelings, but it's good for me. It's good for me to feel where I was, like as if it's now, and understanding that I'm actually through, and what I have created since then is very special and magical. But it's good for you to see and feel the pain with me, so I'm not carrying this burden on my own. It's amazing what storytelling does. I just couldn't work out if I had a dream. I know what it was like. You're watching a movie and you know something's based on real life. And there's one, actually, it's about a restaurant, an Italian restaurant somewhere, and they poured literally everything into it, and then it was open night and nobody came. And I was like, I was living in a movie. It was like I've created all this and I've just got to sell the tickets. And I was wanting maybe Chris Hemsworth or Keanu Reeves or somebody just to come in my movie, in my Tamsin bubble, and rescue me and go, "Here's everybody. Here's all the farmers you were wanting. I knew that you were doing something right and good, and I've rounded them all up, and here you go. Here's all the money. Here's the ticket sales. It's going to be a success." And that's the delusion that I was creating because I was wishing and pushing so hard. And reality was just like, nah, not going to happen this time. And I'm there going, but it didn't happen last time or the time before or the time before that. What do you want from me? You know, I'm good on my own, but if you're starting to rely on me and you keep pushing me back and you keep slapping me in the face and you keep pulling the rug out from underneath me, I'm gonna get really angry and I'm just gonna stop. So what is the point? And I'm smiling and chuckling because you'll know in a couple of, maybe in 20 Substacks or less, you'll know where I am now, because this is reading from the past, as you know. Time, hey? Time has a bizarre way of healing. I'm so thoroughly enjoying reading these stories to you. Oh, it's good. It's good to see the real me, in a way, the storytelling real me. No, it's the real me. Belonging to Earth.